How do you know when it's time to make a major shift in your life, go through a transition, and how do you actually do it? How do you implement that change? I get asked these questions a lot. Because the change for me was going from this.
Good morning, Europe. It's time to wake up. I'm Tessa Ercilia, and I'll be inside the European Parliament itself with the most in-depth political reaction. I know how you feel about Mr. Bettel, but was it a mistake?
To what I'm doing now. I launched my own podcast, created my own visibility thought leadership course. I also built my own platform. I'm not a coder by any means, but I did it. So how did I know that it was time to do these things? The question you ask yourself now is the life that I'm living, the career that I'm in alignment with who I am today? In this world of LinkedIn bios and Instagram titles, it is very easy to revert to those titles. Former journalist, a founder, mentor, entrepreneur, etc. I think that we should be thinking about the verbs that define us, words that describe what drives you, not nouns, but verbs. For example, to build, to empower, to create, to help, to mentor, to teach, really describing what you believe in, what motivates you, what you're passionate about, what you stand for. That is where you start. Because if you just rely on titles to define who you are, what your identity is, there's an element of external validation there. It doesn't matter if I am still in front of the camera, in front of my phone, or just one-on-one in a room with someone. The same things that drove me as a journalist, they still drive me now. I'm still passionate about the same things that were at the core of who I was then and who I am today. That is how I moved from a career, a profession where I had labels, titles that fit me perfectly for the job that I was doing. I was a TV presenter, foreign correspondent, political debate show host, producer, journalist, on-camera talent. That's who I was. But what things made me love what I was doing then, with or without those titles, that is how I managed to transition into what I'm doing today, regardless of the form it is now taking. That's what made it possible in a practical sense. I am also entrepreneurial. I like seeking solutions. I love trying to find the intersection between technology, human needs, a solution that hasn't been thought of or applied in a way that I imagine, creativity, vision, all of these things fascinate me, just as it did when I was still in TV news. You see where I'm getting at? So that's what I'd like you to think about. If you are wondering, how do I make this decision? If I'm ready to do this, can I actually do this? Start with thinking about the verbs that drive you. Why do you do what you do? Before thinking of labels to define that. You will have to, because we are living in a LinkedIn world. We are living in a social media world. That's perfectly fine, as long as you know who you are inside. I think that's where you start. So let me know if you want more videos on topics like these, because I get asked these questions all the time. Also, I'm launching season 2 of my Choices and Chances podcast. I will be exploring topics like these, so do stay tuned.